They've packed the little they have and set off. A few with their families. But mostly, these are men who came to Mumbai to earn a better life for their loved ones. In the cities they've helped build, stuck amidst the lockdown, many have been left to fend for themselves. At least we'll get food in our village. If we stay here, we'll die of hunger, Binod tells me. On just one morning, in one city, we've seen hundreds on the road under the summer sun. 60-year-old Ramdeen Saket worked as a labourer with his nephew. I asked them why they aren't waiting, since the government has said it will provide transport. We've been hearing these assurances for a long time, but nothing has been done. Everything is for the wealthy. No one thinks about us, so we have no option but to walk, he says. Many have been thrown out of the rooms they lived in because they can't afford rent. These are people who've already walked miles to the outskirts of the city, hoping they'll find some means of transport back to their villages, homes that are more than 1,000 kilometers away. After more than 50 days of lockdown, their tolerance is broken. India has always struggled with inequality, but in our memory, it's perhaps never been as stark, as visible as it is right now. The journey home is often perilous. Dozens have died along the way. Among them, 12-year-old Jamlo Matkami. She worked on chili farms. Not far from her home, in this tribal village in central India, she collapsed after walking for 3 days. I think of her so much, especially when I see the girls she used to play with. She was my favorite, her mother says. Last week, the government started special trains for migrant labourers. So far, more than 650,000 have gone back home. But there are at least 40 million such workers in India. And many feel they simply cannot wait any longer. In some parts of the country, tensions are rising. This is Surat in western India. The Prime Minister has announced an aid package which he says will help the poor. For those waiting and walking on India's roads, few details yet of what that means for them. Yogita, Limaye, BBC News, Mumbai.